It's that zest, super bowl, no, she my flow. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Rebel Bubba A to B gaming channel. And today we are in FS19 and we are doing a Let's Build. Now, the map that we're on today is Mercury Farms by Alien Jim. And this map is you're able to remove fences and shrubs, and I'll show you that in a minute. But we're going to build a whole farm. So what we have is we're at the main farm here, and I sold everything in the game, all the buildings, all the vehicles, and we're going to build a farm from scratch. We're going to build a dairy farm. We're going to put a custom cow barn in. And I'm going to show you where we're going to do this. Now, we have brought the A to B gaming construction equipment up here, so we can delete these bushes, and we'll get out of here and I'll show you. This is the my work truck. A to B Gaming 2014, looks like a Chevy Colorado or something. But anyway, so these bush rows, like this one right here, we're going to be getting rid of all that. We're going to be getting rid of all these hedgerows all the way around this. We're going to be getting rid of the hedgerows across the back. Now, if you look at the map, we own the fields all around the main farm. 21, 25, 26, 10, 11, 18, 19, and 20. 21 is where we're going to put our cow pen or cow barn, whatever you want to call it. 10's probably going to be that field's going to be made into part of the farm. We'll just see what we got going on. But with the equipment and stuff you have in Giants, you know, we're able to do this. Now, these hedgerows are able to be deleted. If you look in these hedgerows, there's posts. See that post right there? And if you take a chainsaw, if you take a chainsaw and you cut the top of that off, you see it deleted that hedgerow right there. And then you come in here and you can get rid of the post, and then if you need money, you can sell those logs, but you still got to grind the stumps. Well, for the amount of real estate that I want to get rid of, doing that by a chainsaw and then having all those little stumps around would be kind of hectic. You can also delete parts of fences the same way. So this is field 21, and this is where we're going to put our cow barn. We'll get to that in a little bit, but right now we're going to start working on this farm. So we got instead of using a chainsaw, we're going to use this Trek 600, which is a mod, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So we're going to get in here and let's start this. Detach our part of our trailer. Let's get in our Trex here. Get him started up. Get in here. We're going to get him started up. Get him off the trailer. And you'll see this Trex, it deletes stuff. So, like this stump right here that we don't want. See it go away? Now we can grind this stump, and it's gone. Now we can pull up in here. Now getting to where we got to grind at, we need to figure out where this stump is and how we need to approach it to get it to grind up. There must not be a stump in there. The stump's right here. So you got to get on the stump. See, and then we got rid of that, which gets rid of our hedges. Okay, well, we didn't get rid of that stump completely, so let's spin it back around here and drop the header down a little more. The only thing with this thing, it takes some getting used to, driving it, getting it in the right spot so you can get rid of your stump. So the next stump, the next post, I keep calling it a stump, looks like it's over here. So there's some kind of collision on that bush that's not letting me run straight down the bush, which is fine. We'll do it this way. But as you can see, this is going to be a lot faster process than trying to use a chainsaw to go in there and delete every stump one by one. Every post. So you get the picture of what we're doing here. Yeah, so these bushes have got collision on them. And we could and probably what we're going to do once we so you see that basic deal there. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make an entrance for our getting our cow pasture. We're going to make it right here on this corner because it's coming from the main farm. So you can see that that section of fence went away. We'll go ahead and get this one. So that sections of fence have gone away. I think we'll go ahead and do a couple more over here. Sometimes on the stump, if it's a tall tree or stump, and you get too high, too low, it won't. You got to raise it up and get towards the top to get it all. So see that fence, the barbed wire part was holding me up, stopping me up. So we'll go ahead and now on this fence we want to. That's about as many as we want to cut out. Maybe I'll cut one more out. Make it kind of even with the other side. But see, the fences get in the way there. But I'm going to show you. So we got us an airplane right there. Alright. So each row. Well, we still got some stump there and there. But anyway, you see that part of the fence right there. To get rid of that part of the fence, what we need to do is we need to come up here. And we need to cut the top of this. So you see the stump still remains and we still see our barbed wire there, but that piece that was sticking out has went away. Let's see if we got a piece over here sticking out. No, so we're good over here. So this is going to be the entrance for our cow barn. We want to go ahead and get these stumps out of the ground. Have to lower this down, get it in the spot. So yeah, so using mods like this and using a map that's made for allowing you to delete things and get rid of things, you can basically build your own farm the way you want to build it. That's what we're doing. We're going to be working on this. We're not going to build a whole farm in this video because the video would be way too long. I'm just want to cover this map, which is called Mercury Farms by Alien Jim. And so then you got other things you can do. So why don't we go ahead right now? We could just go ahead and place our cow barn where we want. Let's do that. So we're going to go in here under placeables, animal pens. I have a custom cow barn, a big one. So this one right here. Okay, see how large this thing is? And we want to get it positioned. Now, when you're positioning objects in this game, you need to try to realize, you know, where your front and your back is. Obviously, this is the back. And you need to realize your height, because that's right there, because the terrain's not even. But then you can do some work with the landscaping tool. So I'm not wanting to... I don't think we're going to go all the way to the back. I think we're going to go more of the middle of this field. So I want to keep it where it has room on the sides to get to it and get into places. We could turn it this way. The only problem with that, I can see that you can see that the way the ground is, it's going to be a lot more work. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this in the center here somehow, some way. I've never used this particular cow barn before. But see, it looks like... So if you place this down in the ground, it's going to terraform the ground. So if you go to the lowest level, I still rather have this. I'm still not liking the placement. I'm still kind of wanting to have this way. I'm thinking it's going to give me more room. Okay. So that's looking pretty decent. I think we're going to move it here. Now, if you go and put this down in the ground, you see how that's going to be. But I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So that looks pretty even. Evenly spaced all the way around. Come on. Alright. So I think we're going to leave that right in about there. It's all the way down. You can see how the ground's so uneven, but we're going to take care of that, hopefully. I wish you could adjust end to end. I haven't figured it out if you can. You know, I'm still kind of new at doing this. So let's just place this here. Okay, so you can see how it placed the cow barn. Okay. But you can also see what it did to the ground. because of how unlevel our ground was. But we can fix all of that by using a landscape tool. See, you see this is still field out here, but this isn't here. Because when you place an object on a field, it turns it to regular ground. Now we have, I've never used these buildings before, so I really don't know what operates, what don't operate. I mean, how it works. So we can open the gates, okay? So I don't see that don't open, but this opens. But it's a pretty nice cow barn. You got some nice milking machines over there. And this is something when we get we're not putting no cows in it yet. We got a long way to go for cows. We got to get crops ready. We got to get a way to feed them, water them. All that's got to be get ready to go. But you can see you have your slurry pit there. You have your manure pit. That's probably something to do with getting milk out or watering it. I don't know. Okay. There's your milk right there. Okay, I got you. Now we do have a mod with Global Company on a regular cow barn where we can put in a watering system where we just open a valve and it waters them, but I don't guess it works on this because I don't see an icon for it, which is fine. I mean, you know, I like this. I wanted to try this cow barn. I've never used it before. I've seen it. It's big. So, right. So there we go. Now, the hill. We got the hill. So what we can do is we can come in there with the landscape tool. Our entrance is over here. So we can lower this land. I'm not going to do all this, but we'll do some of it and let's see what we're doing here. And I done something and my icons for my controller went away, so you got to bear with me because I'm trying to remember what's what. So you have this little ball here. And you can see that if you're trying to... Oh, we're on the wrong thing. Okay, we want to be on this. So you can see that sculpting, that's where we want to be. Okay, so it's running the ground. It's bringing it down. It's also putting the dirt in our field over here. But yeah, so we are well, you can see how the ground's going down. So that's what we do here. We just do this and get the ground down. Keep working with it until you get it like the way you want it. Get this ground down to... Now see, this is the other end of the field, which is the opening. We'll probably make a road from over there. But if you see here, we're coming in here. Now we could either put some, we could have just planted this with grass, but I don't want to do that. I want to make this See, but it's coming. The ends. I mean, our terrain is coming down, and I don't know everything about this landscaping tool. I'm just getting it figured out myself. But I know that you can get this land to form this land and get it down here where you can get most of the hills out, and you know, it don't matter if it has a little bit of a hill, but you can get most of the hilliness out of this just by working it. Just keep working on it. You see it's flattening on down. And I'm just using the smoothing tool. I haven't used any razor low or nothing like that. I'm just matching the land to the other land. And I guess they say you can use this to delete bushes and stuff, but I don't know if it does that or not. I haven't messed with it. I just know on this map you can so see, we're going in here and getting this going down. You can see that the land's going down. But yeah, this is how you Alright, so this is what we're working on for that. I wonder if it gets rid of bushes. So you know we come in here. So it's getting rid of that grass right there. Oh yeah, it got rid of the bush too. Well, that's pretty slick. So I wonder if I go over here. So we're cleaning this up. See, don't get rid of those bushes. But that's cool because we know how to get rid of those with our tricks. So we're going to go through here like this. Now that grass that I'm removing it's removing the tall grass, but that's fine because I don't want all that grass there anyway. And then we're going to get rid of that field too. That field's going to become part of the farm. And see how these fields are all got bushes around them? I don't like that. It's hard to work. It's hard to, so here we basically getting rid of all of the stuff we don't want. Grass and bushes and stuff to clean this up. Want to leave some of it. But then we're forming our ground right here. And we could take and lower the, let's see which one we got. That's let's see, that's lowering all that. And if you take and lower this down, then that's a little more than I wanted. And then you could, it's just a combination of using all these tools together to get them working with each other to get your land how you want to get it. And I don't know every in and out, like I said, about this landscaping tool. I just know that what I've done on our farming server, ADB Gaming has its own farm server, and we play on there. So this has been just a lot of trial and error and me figuring things out. But if you can see right here, we're working it down, and I just use different things, different techniques. Here comes the airplane. Just depending on what it does, and if it starts to get to where it's not doing anything, then I'll take and move another tool, use another tool. Like this right here, you can see that we're just gradually lowering it down and smoothing it and trying to get it all one level. And eventually, by working on this, let's see something. I know that if you take somehow and get this like this, it comes on, it brings it on down. You see what I'm saying? You get it on the edge and it matches it to the level that you're on down here. So, and then it's just, some people think it's tedious. They're probably like, I ain't messing with that. But I enjoy doing this. I like doing it. It's, different aspect of the game of just farming all the time. And then you can take that and then smooth that out. So you can see how the terrain is coming down. You can smooth it right on out. So it's bringing this up. What we're doing is making a little drive here. It's not going to be perfectly level and flat up top with everything else. But it's going to be where you're not having a 20-foot drop off to get down to the cows, I mean. See, and then you can keep doing that. And then you can, go in here and just do some more. And then smooth that on out. Bring that back up. Until you get your land the way you want it. And there's other people on YouTube you can go watch videos that's better at doing this than me. They've been doing it longer. I just ain't been doing this that long. But see, you can see how it's smoothing it on out. It's bringing it back. You're just forming the land. Forming it to... And I'm just trying to get it back. I don't care if there's some bank. I would probably try to take and move this bank back to at least the grass edge line. And then form it down to where it's kind of really smooth. Just enough to get in there and operate equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's the landscaping tool. This already had a hill over here anyway, if you look at it. And then you got this right here. A lot of times I like using this one. You can change the brush strength. On this just by doing that. And this brush strength, I haven't really seen it does a whole lot. I guess it just gives you more of, it does more of the work at once instead of gradually doing it. I guess that's what it's doing. But see, then I'll come in here and I'll probably just go on down some more. Just work it down right to the edge of that grass. And that way I'm getting my land where I want it. Oops, a little bit too much. So if you lower it and you lower it too much, you can go back up, you see. And then you can start smoothing that out. To me, it's just a trial and error thing. So we're going to make that bank right there. It's going to be a little bit, the bank's going to be a little, more pronounced. And then I'll just hit that down a little bit and then smooth it back out. And you just keep doing this, and if it's tedious to you, this could be tedious. I could see to some people. I just like doing it, like creating and building things. I can build my own farm the way I want to build it, and You know, there's a lot of maps. If you don't like building farms, you just want to farm. There's wonderful maps out there. These creators are creating a. You know, this is a nice map, even if you just don't do this. But it's a. I like to see that people made the map where you can utilize the, you know, this landscape tool and different mods to kind of create your own farm and build it how you want to build it. That's pretty cool, I think. So, all right, so that's enough of this, but you can see what I'm doing, what I'm working with. I mean, this can be time consuming, just depending on how much you plan on doing at one time. And you know, it's not, you ain't got to be super smooth, but you know, there's a lot of work to be done there. And I'm not going to stand here, but you can see how it's starting to come along. You know, over here, if you look over here, it ain't too bad. This is probably actually come on down, smoothing it out. And then you really have to check it in game, because sometimes you can't understand really what's going on. Now you can see that's starting to break through back to the field. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And if you look at the strength of the brush, it's got a lot to do with it, especially when you're going up or down. But see, just keep working it. Just keep working the area, and it's starting to smooth out. All right, so we're going to get out of there so you can see. Now, this is the entrance into our cow shed, which it needs some more work, especially here. Need to get it a little smoother, bring it down a little more. But you can see what I'm talking about. Which down here is pretty flat. It's got some hilliness here, but then it starts flattening out pretty good over here. This corner don't really need anything done to it. It's pretty good the way it is. I'm gonna leave this alone. We're gonna come around here. All this is good over here. If you notice, all your sell point, your placement markers they're on the ground. I've seen, you know, I first started doing this and place stuff, those things would be raised in the air, and you know, but yeah, so you can see this is down there pretty good. And really, this only backside bad about this is right here. Now, where this grass is, this fake grass, it's not regular grass like this. What I could come in here later with a plow and plow this up and then plant regular grass if I wanted to. I don't know if I will or not. But you can see how this is. It's got a lot of work to do here. Get this down, but yeah, it's not a big deal. It'll come on down. You can just blend it in, you know, and by the time we're done, we'll have a nice cow area. Hold a lot of cows. Get ready to do some fields and have a good time. And we're going to put a house on here. I have some, you know, custom houses. There's houses that come with this. This game, it comes with some buildings that are in the game, like these. I think it's this one right here. These buildings right here. This one right here. These two houses right here are nice houses. An old style farmhouse, and it's a Victorian farmhouse. Both of these houses, if you're using them on a place, you know how when you start in the game, you always start in a certain section. Yeah, these houses you'll start on them. So in the next video, after I do some land, I'm going to stay on video doing this whole thing because it's getting long. We're over 30 minutes on this video. And I just wanted to show you what I was doing. We're going to come back and do some more of the building. If you like watching these kind of videos, let me know. We'll do some more of them. We get different maps. We can even take a blank map and make it to where we can start a whole farm from scratch just with the blank map and you know, get that done. But yeah, so I'm liking this map. It's pretty neat. It's not a real big map. It does have a lot of farms on it, though, if you look at it. I mean, it's a smaller map, but it's got a lot of smaller fields on it. But we're going to put that, we'll put our cow barn in there. Right there, you can see now. We have an icon for our cow barn. So, yep, it puts us right in there. Got us a Lely milk machine in here. So, yeah. These buttons do anything? Oh. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, okay. So those doors do open. That's pretty neat. We can go here. Yeah. What does this do? See, this is the thing you got to do when you're looking at these mods. Is you got to. I don't get no trigger on that one. Let's see right here. Okay. Yeah, when you're using modded buildings and stuff for the first time, you need to go through and check out what everything does. There's a lot of times stuff in there that you don't get when you're reading about the mod from where you're getting it from. I just like to go around things and see if I get any triggers to do something. But yeah, so I really like it that these doors. I was kind of in the beginning didn't think these doors open. Because you got to actually trigger the button for them. So these are only open from the inside. These doors right here, you get a trigger when you get right here. So you can close these from be on the outside or the inside for these. So I think that's a pretty neat cow building. It's kind of a modern looking building. We're going to do all kinds of different things like that. But like I was saying with the farmhouses, I like these two right here mostly. I like this Victorian one. I don't know if we're going to use that on this map. This map feels more like this here to me. But and we got all different kinds of things. We got the global company. We'll use some of the global company stuff. We'll have to when we get ramped up in this but I've got all kinds of different different modded there's a cow barn, there's a chicken stable with a feed silo. There's the one we're using. We got, chicken stables right there. Just a lot of different mods. There's some more cow sheds, cow barns, whatever you want to call them. Sheep. There's a riding facility where you can have a whole facility for riding your horses, and we got mods for that. We'll get into that sometime where you can put down different things. We got gates and fences, and we got all kinds of stuff. But we're gonna get into more of that. Off screen. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this land up. Then we'll come back on do it on the next video and take a look at that, and then we'll start on our farm. We got to get some shrubs deleted, so that's what I'm going to do off screen. I don't know if you wanted me to sit here and be repetitive with the same thing over and over. I just wanted to show you what I was doing. We get putting A to B gaming construction equipment to work. And until the next time, this is Rebel Bubba, and I'm out.
It's that super flow. No, she my flow. Yeah.